Today we're breaking down exactly what to do in the 90 seconds after a nuclear flash lights up the horizon, where to drop, why running for your car gets you killed, and how the invisible fallout that arrives 15 minutes later is what really decides if you live. Your first instinct is to turn and look at the flash. Don't. That fireball is brighter than the sun, and a single glance can flash blind you for minutes or scorch your retina permanently, right when you need your eyes to escape. Now count. You have maybe 10 to 30 seconds before the blast wave arrives, moving faster than a freight train. Drop flat on the ground, face down, hands tucked under your body, feet toward the blast. Because standing up is what turns flying glass into shrapnel that opens you up. When the wave hits, it doesn't just knock you down. It slams your body with a pressure spike, then reverses and drags debris back the other way. That's why you stay flat through both punches, not just the first. People who stand up after the initial shock get taken out by the return blast. Now the real clock starts. You have roughly 15 minutes before the fallout, irradiated dust sucked up by the fireball, begins raining back down. Everything you do in this window is a race to get behind mass and stay there. Here's the mistake that gets people killed. They run for their car and drive home, but roads clog, fallout is already drifting, and a car gives you almost no shielding. The move that feels safest, getting to familiar ground, is the one that leaves you exposed in the open. Instead, find the nearest solid building and go deep. Radiation is stopped by one thing above all: mass. Thick concrete, brick, packed earth, or dense rubble between you and the outside is worth more than any gadget in your pack. Once inside, don't stop at a window. Head for the center of the building, or better yet, a basement. You want the most walls, floors, and earth wrapped around you in every direction. Before you settle in, deal with what's on you. Any dust on your clothes and skin is now radioactive. Carefully remove your outer layer and seal it away, then wash exposed skin and hair with water. That single step can cut your contamination by 90%. But don't scrub raw. Gentle rinsing removes fallout. Aggressive scrubbing breaks your skin and lets radioactive particles get inside you. The instinct to scour yourself clean is exactly how the contamination gets under your defenses. Now, seal your shelter. Fallout drifts in through gaps, so close doors, tape over cracks and vents, and shut off anything that pulls outside air in. You're building a pocket of clean air and holding it. Here's the fact that keeps you alive. Fallout radiation fades fast. For every 7-fold increase in time, the radiation drops to 1/10. After 2 days, the outside is a fraction as deadly as it was in the first hour. So the strategy is simple, but brutal. Stay put. The single biggest survival move after a nuclear attack is shelter in place for at least 48 hours. Every hour you resist the urge to go outside stacks the odds in your favor. During those 2 days, ration what matters most. You can go weeks without food, but only days without water. So protect your supply first. Any water that was sealed in a container before the blast is safe to drink. You've probably heard to take iodine pills, but potassium iodide only protects one thing: your thyroid from one type of radiation. Popping it thinking it shields your whole body is a dangerous false sense of security that can send you outside too soon. You also need to know when it's actually safe to move. A hand crank or battery radio is your lifeline because official broadcasts will tell you which way the fallout blew and when evacuation corridors open. Guessing blind is how people walk straight into a hot zone. Now let's talk about preparing before any of this happens. The people who survive best aren't the toughest. They're the ones who stocked mass, water, and a plan while everyone else assumed it would never come. Aim for 2 weeks of water and non-perishable food per person, stored low and shielded. Add a manual can opener, a first aid kit, flashlights, and spare batteries. Simple, boring gear beats clever gadgets every time. Then scout your shelter now, not in a panic. Walk your home and workplace and find the room with the most concrete and the fewest windows. Knowing exactly where to run before the flash saves the 15 minutes that decide everything. Finally, make a plan your family knows cold, where to meet, who to call, and the one rule that overrides panic: get behind mass and stay there. A rehearsed plan turns chaos into checklists when the seconds count. Do all this, and when you finally step out after those 2 days, you're walking through a world that survived because you didn't run, didn't look, and didn't scrub your defenses raw. You got behind masks and let time do the killing of the radiation instead of it killing you. So remember, in a nuclear attack, the bravest thing you can do is sit in a basement doing absolutely nothing for 2 days straight. Turns out the ultimate survival skill is just being really, really patient. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button and I'll catch you in the next one.